Yeah, we can talk about the Ming stuff in a minute. I want to talk about the Oscars first because Brendan Fraser did it, baby. Not only did Brendan Fraser do it, but Everything Everywhere All at Once absolutely swept. Oh, damn, Jesus. Thank you for the 20 gift subs, Snert. Thank you again, man. Really appreciate it. And the 5K bits, Bobby. Thank you for the generosity. Thank you. And the Prime Spongy. Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once was an amazing movie. I was really happy to see the success. I didn't like watch the awards or anything, but I saw the speeches afterwards. Brendan Fraser had like a full-blown like anxiety attack up there. He was so excited. It was amazing. I was so happy for him. And it was a super heartfelt speech. I couldn't be more satisfied. No, I can't play it, I don't think. Not on stream. I don't think that's allowed. A24 had a great year, clearly. There's a Prime flared in the gift sub dashing. Not sure, Brim, because the price is always scary on a roster like that. Thanks for the resub, Jorson. Oh, yeah, when he hugged Harrison Ford. I didn't know this. So, from Everything Everywhere All at Once, how do you say his name? Ki Hugh Kwan? Hopefully I didn't fuck it up. But I didn't know this. He was the kid from Indiana Jones. And the Goonies. I had no idea. No, I didn't know that. I knew he used to be a fight choreographer before Everything Everywhere All at Once. I knew he did a lot of like fight choreography. I had no idea he was an actor before that until last night. And Harrison Ford presented the award, or no, actually it wasn't that award. He presented the award for movie of the year or whatever, which of course it was Everything Everywhere All at Once, meaning he went up on stage and they hugged, which is really cute because it's been what 40 years almost since that movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think it came out in '84, so almost 40 years. Thanks, Risa Berserk and Ashton, and have a nice day. Or Temple of Doom. Sorry, Temple of Doom, not Raiders. He was in Encino Man with Brendan Fraser too. Yeah, I saw that floating around on Reddit. He had like a very small, quick role in Encino Man, which of course Brendan Fraser played the caveman of. Also, the directors of Everything Everywhere All at Once also directed Turn Down for What? This music video. The movie was edited on Adobe Premiere. I don't know if that's true or not. That sounds kind of wild. Maybe. I know it was just a really small team in general. I don't know about Adobe Premiere. Oh, God. Good to see you, Rod. Hope you had a great day. Thank you for the fat fucking drop again. And thanks to Resub Benadryl. Thank you for that, man. Hope you're doing well. Unregistered Hypercam 2 movie. Yeah, imagine. Thanks the Prime, Justin. Adobe is industry standard. You export for the color grading usually, though. It's industry standard even for, like, big budget blockbuster movies? I can't imagine that. Really? That blows my mind. I've used Premiere like once. I didn't really like it. No way is color grading done with Adobe. Yeah, I think that's what they were saying. They usually export for color grading. Jimmy Kimmel did pretty good at hosting. I just don't like Jimmy Kimmel at all, so I can't even imagine him doing a great job. I can't fucking stand Jimmy Kimmel. He's a tier 1. Why don't you like Jimmy Kimmel? A multitude of reasons, but the biggest, he doesn't make me laugh at all. Plus, he always lectures, and like half the lectures don't even feel like he genuinely believes it anyway. It's just like fucking pandering. Just feels like blatant fucking pandering. He's way better than Corden or Fallon. That's such a low bar, though. Like, just because he's better than Corden and Fallon doesn't mean that he's like good by extension. I will always maintain there's only ever been 2 good late night hosts, Conan O'Brien and Craig Ferguson. Norm is the best host. Norm never had a late night show. Norm had a news show. It wasn't necessarily a late night show, but that show went hard. In fact, I think the reason Norm's show got taken off the air is because he went too hard on a celebrity at some point or some shit like that. But it wasn't like a late night show. It was more like an evening news broadcast in standard Norm way. It was OJ. He went too hard on OJ, that's why I got canned. Okay, I knew it was something. I knew it was some celebrity. But yeah, we can talk about the Mink stuff. It was on Wine About It, right? Oh, Jesus Christ. Wrong wine. Maybe the episode hasn't gone up. Where she talked about what happened with Minx. It was the Prime Matthias. It was the Fear Ann podcast. I saw the clips on Twitter. I assumed it was on YouTube, but I guess not yet. But yeah. I don't like talking about Minx. That's been like a really sad situation. She's clearly someone that needs legitimate help. I'll pull up a tweet or two to talk about it. Though I don't want to get too deep into it because she's literally an alcoholic who needs rehab ASAP. It's ruining her life.
And I said, Minx, because she told me she bought tickets for the balcony. I said, Minx, you can come sit on the floor with all the other streamers. You have to promise me one thing. And she was like, what? Anything. And I said, do not drink.
So, you can see where everything went wrong. Thanks to Prime Bubsy. Minx has had a known problem with alcohol. It's something that she struggled with, something she's talked about before, something a lot of people had tried to get her help with. Unfortunately, it seems to be no avail. At the Streamer Awards, specifically at the after party, I believe, she was absolutely fucking hammered. Apparently annihilated. To the point where I guess, at least based on the clips I've seen of XQC's stream, she was like smashing up the house, like very rambunctious. She was like trying to throw people in the pool. Eventually, I think they had to get like assistance, and she ended up in the hospital where she claimed that she had been pushed and had a seizure and was in the hospital being treated for seizures. And people said, that's not exactly what happened. Nobody pushed you. And it wasn't a seizure. XQC claimed that she was like borderline fucking unresponsive when help arrived. So after that, after the help arrived, the party was shut down. I think I read somewhere it was about some deal with the venue where things wouldn't get out of control. Clearly, since Minx was this fucked up, things were a little out of control, and they were forced to leave. Thus, the after party had to get shut down. GG, as XQC elegantly puts it. So it's just been this huge thing. Minx clearly feels very bad about it. She keeps saying that she'll pay for the cost, but doesn't recognize that the cost isn't really the issue. It's you need help. You said you weren't going to drink. You drank. It was a problem. It's time to get help. That's the big thing. Well, when it comes to addiction, it's always like a mental thing. 100%. Like, yeah, it's Addiction is a scary thing. Alcohol addiction, that's fucking terrifying. That ruins lives. It's a serious issue that requires professional help when it reaches that level. 100%. Yeah. It's a physical thing too. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously. Well, clearly, yeah. But it's not like it's only a physical thing. It's clearly a mental thing as well. It's serious. So hopefully this will be that wake up call where she does get the help that she needs for it and gets better for it. Just a sad situation though. If she was on weed, it wouldn't have been crazy. Why is it? This happens almost every time alcohol's mentioned on stream. People immediately be like, well, if only it was weed. What? Why is it like a head-to-head competition between alcohol and weed? Obviously, weed, like if you, obviously weed isn't going to have the same response as like alcoholism. Clearly. I don't even understand like the crossover. It's not like a fight, a battle where it's one or the other. It has nothing to do with anything. Like, obviously, if she just loved smoking weed, it wouldn't have been the same set of circumstances, but it has nothing to do with fucking anything. Literally nothing. You could also say, if only she was addicted to RuneScape, she would have just been grinding on her phone instead of drinking alcohol. Like, it's a worthless statement. People bring it up because alcohol is legal and weed still isn't in a lot of places. Well, yeah, and that's stupid. I don't know how many times I need to say that that's stupid. Yes, I completely agree. But it's also, like, that has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. I'm not the regulator. I'm not making the laws, like this isn't a case, like, time to, legalize weed because of this instance or anything. It doesn't have anything to do with anything with what we're talking about. Like, it's not, like, we're not in Congress right now, like, debating laws. One of the least talked about but worst addictions is an addiction to porn. That's actually adorable you said that because it immediately shows me you don't go on Twitter. Porn is debated more than fucking religion at this point. That is probably the most talked about addiction of all time. At least over the last year on the internet. At the very least. Thanks to the resub Pop-Tart. He should be proud he's not on Twitter. Oh, no, I thought it was a good thing. That's why I tried to preface it by saying that I think that's great. Well, I didn't say great. I said cute. Means the same thing. Thanks, resub Static. But yeah. Just hoping that she'll get professional help. I think that's the most important part. Because that shit is no good. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Darth Dadbot, and the 50 again, Rod. What the fuck, man? Thank you. Jesus Christ. Thank you for the generosity. Holy shit, another fat one.